Oh, what a mess. This is Neil Schneider from Meant to Be Seen. Welcome back to my messy basement. Now, we've got a very interesting interview today, but before I tell you who we're interviewing in Neil's messy basement, I want to share with you a really quick story. This past June, we worked with an organization called Campus Party Mexico. They put on a huge show in Guadalajara each year with up to 20,000 people. 20,000 people go to this to learn about the latest technologies, the latest breakthroughs. They work with nearly all the universities in the region, plus the professional markets. And, you know, the Immersive Technology Alliance was, of course, very proud to work with them. And, you know, we're looking forward to doing an Immersed Mexico event next year. But the reason I'm sharing this with you is because at Campus Party Mexico, we met a very interesting company named Game Coder Studios. Now, Game Coder Studios, they're doing all kinds of stuff. They're working in 360 content. They're doing out-of-home entertainment. Of course, they're creating, you know, content for virtual reality, all kinds of VR content. I'm going to let them do the talking. We'll be back with more right after this. Welcome back to my basement. To my immediate left is Alfonso Cabrera, who's head of business development, and Marcel Stockley Contreras, CEO of Game Coder Studios. Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Hello, how are you?
We're
Thank
good.
you for inviting us. Thank you.
This is quite the long distance call. Where are you guys based?
We're based in Guanajuato. It's a city in the center of Mexico. It's a very cool city.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone wants to live here.
It's beautiful weather, I'm sure. Marcel, can you move just a little more to your right? Just scoot your seat over just a little more to your right. There you go. There you go. So tell us about Game Coder Studios. How long have you guys been working together?
Well, Game Coder Studios is a company in Mexico. We're working for almost 5 years right now. At the beginning, we developed video games for consoles, and now we are focused more on VR.
Okay, good stuff. Now you're Marcel, you're the CEO of the company, and
Yes.
Alfonso, head of business development. Have you been working with the company since the beginning as well?
That's right. Yeah.
So so Alfonso, just so I'm familiar, what do you do with the company? What's your specialty?
The special thing is like all the organization and management, like human management, resources, and also financial things inside the company, but also internally I doing small things about level design. Yeah.
And Marcel, I know you're CEO, but you're also senior graphics designer or senior graphics programmer. Am I getting that right? So as if you weren't doing enough work already. So let's talk a little bit about your work. I mean, am I correct that you're doing a lot of work in virtual reality right now?
Yep.
So Marcel, take it away. What are you doing?
Well, my main job is a graphics part. So I'm in charge of all the graphics engine in the company. For VR, actually, my main job is to make it every run fast, 90 frames per second. And so I'm in charge of the porting to the consoles, also for VR, PlayStation VR. For the other side, I'm in charge of the production inside of the company. You know, managing times and projects and things like that.
So I'd like to hear about your work in virtual reality. I mean, what type of gear have you been working with?
As a company, right? As a company?
Yeah, as your company, as Game Coder Studios. Like, what kind of virtual reality work have you been doing?
Well, we have many projects. One is with PlayStation VR. It's a video game with a bundle of small video games, similar to anthology film. That's our biggest project. We have other projects, for example, for marketing. We are making BTL activations. Really Poncho, we can explain a little more about that.
Yeah, what we're doing with we call it the cash cow. Because with this marketing thing that we're trying to achieve is to sell companies in general or marketing companies the VR station something that we call VR stations, where the people that experience their products also experience the VR and the products in a different way that they usually do. So this VTL is all about giving the consumer another way to experience the product they're selling. So that's one of our business sites.
So, Alfonso, you used some really positive words, cash cow, which is a really good set of words to use when it comes to virtual reality. So, are you making money out of virtual reality?
What we explained about the VTL model right now is in the beginning state. So right now we are like a bunch of clients interested to see content for their marketing campaigns. So we are very excited because I think it's the first time in the history of the company that we have this bunch of clients interested. So we are hoping to make money with this model that we are trying to polish and to start working with.
Well, that's really good to hear. I mean, of course, with products like HTC and Oculus, and in October, I'm understanding like Sony's, got a release impending. So, but these are still early days. So, I mean, as an independent game developer, this is a really big deal that you're effectively making a living on this. How, on a scale from 1 to 10, how important is virtual reality to your company's overall strategy?
From 1 to 10, and that scale is like 10. But the split of the activities we make here at the studio, I think virtual reality is the 80%. The other 20% is work for hire video games or work for hire applications for mobile, and yeah, that's it.
And that's a lot if you figure that your company's been around for 5 years. Just within the last year or two, that 80% of your revenue is coming from VR. That's a really big deal. So I congratulate you on that. So the next question I have is, well, let's talk a little bit about some of the content. Can you talk about some of the experiences you've put together? Maybe Marcel, you could take away on this one.
So, do you want to explain you about the experience?
Yeah, tell us about some of the experiences you put together.
Okay. Well, all this began because we are not a big company yet, so we cannot make like AAA video games. However, we can make AAA quality for like 15 or 20 minutes of content. Yeah. So the idea is like the people usually cannot support, or feel comfortable for more than 15 minutes or 20 when they are using VR. So the idea comes to make small video games, but with a story similar to a short film. So we can put like 5 bundles in a video game, each one of like 15 or 20 minutes. Each one is a different gameplay, different experience. So what we are trying to do is make a fast iterations of kind of gameplays for VR. The good thing is that we can test it with actually real people if we release this video game. What else with this video game? Also, well, we are making the pilot for this year. So we're going to release the first pilot, I believe, in December or January of the next year. And if people like it, we're going to continue with the whole bundle.
All right, good stuff. So, Alfonso, I know we've been talking about video games, and we've been talking about gaming experiences, and of course we've been talking about public venue or marketing experiences as well. But there's other applications to virtual reality and immersive technology that you're getting involved with. What about healthcare?
Yeah, what we're doing with healthcare is we've started to build a small visualizer where you can drag and drop, for example, a model of the human body with their bones, their muscles, their veins. So the user can touch and drag one object, and when they touch that object, they get in their HUD like the information of the object they touch. For example, the heart. If you touch the heart and you play with the heart in your HUD, it's going to be displayed a small square with information about the heart. So this was firstly because it was like a minimum viable product to pitch the VR reaches to the hospitals or to the doctors or the healthcare system here in Mexico. Yep.
So it's a good educational tool, I take it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that one of the main like usages of this visual arts or the VR content for healthcare in general is the training or the education.
All right, good stuff. Now, Marcel, I'm going to mention something to you. I'm just going to say 2 words, and I want to hear why those 2 words are so significant for you. Black Mirror. So, what's the importance of Black Mirror? What's the significance?
Well, for us, it's because our anthology video game, we're like getting inspired in Black Mirror.
Okay, well, actually, for those, maybe you could explain, for those who aren't familiar, what is Black Mirror?
Well, Black Mirror is a TV series, where the main topic is that, like, the bad side of the technology. Like, they put it in the way, if technology is a drug, what are the secondary effects of the technology? So it's like a paranoia technology TV show. And we believe it's a very good topic for VR, because actually VR is part of this paranoia technology. We are making a video game based on this kind of topic, where actually VR is inside of the VR in the video game.
Speaking of television and 360, I understand you're doing some work with Televisa as well?
Yeah.
So for those who aren't familiar, I mean, we all come from different parts of the world. Why is Televisa so significant? Why is this such a victory?
Well, Televisa is the biggest TV company in Mexico, but also it is very important in Latin America. It exports like 80-90% of the good content to Latin America, and Latin America are like content with their work. And in the last months, we were talking with one of the producers in Televisa, and they are eager to develop a new experience for the public, because they are just doing like something we call telenovelas, but I don't know what is in English. It's like soap opera, I think. Do you know the soap operas?
Okay, well, we have soap operas for sure, yes.
Yeah, okay. So Televisa make like almost 100% of their content are soap operas, but they are trying to moving on to new content. In this case, they are interested in our work, and they want to make cinematic VR experiences for the people. So we are making a proposal for them, and they are very, very excited.
All right, good stuff. So is it going to be like a 360-degree soap opera or something completely different?
No,
it's going to be another kind of content.
Yeah, it is like a complementary content for a television series that they are.
It's more for young people. This kind of TV show, no, because soap opera is for not so young people, I think.
Yeah, for example, in this TV series that we're trying to achieve with the VR 360 is that, for example, in the setting that the viewer experience one crime scene, but when they put the headsets on, the thing is that they can navigate through the set of the crime scene that they saw in the TV series. So it's like more like a complementary content for the TV.
So sounds good. So how far along are you with this? Have you started creating the content yet? Or are you storyboarding? Where are you at?
One of the advantages is that, for example, in the storyboarding side, they have already the whole story written. So
we are just like adapting content for the story that they already have.
And we are right now, we were working with this project. Well, we began like a month ago. It is very, very early stage. But next week probably is going to be the first shooting.
Recording. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a busy few weeks ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me in my messy basement. It's been an honor.
I want to visit your basement.
It's not, this side is pretty cool looking. The other side, not so much. But anyway, it's been a pleasure. So we'll be back with more right after this. Thank you for visiting me in my messy basement. Let's do this again next week. If you want to be a guest on the program, if you have ideas for the show, by all means, send us an email, neilsmessybasement@mtbs3d.com. If you haven't registered yet, if you want to learn more, be sure to participate with Immersed 2016, taking place at the Ontario Science Centre in Toronto, October 16th to 18th. It's going to be something else. We're expecting over 8,000 people to go to this event. We're having a big public exhibition, public education about the science behind virtual reality, and of course we have our core professional event where we are, of course, welcoming, several leading names from all over the world. So we're really excited about it. You can learn more about Immersed at getimmersed.com. There is only one Immersed. We hope you'll be part of it this coming October. On that note, I look forward to catching up with you again next week.